everybody, it's time for Scraplift Crafternoon. And today's lift is from, let me scooch this down just a scrapbooking_TN. Now, Kristen thinks she has a YouTube. If we can find it, I'll put the link down below. I'm not really sure at this point. But that's her Instagram. And what she has is, there's a 12 by 12 like with stripes, and then she's got this white piece in the middle with it. I can't tell for certain. It actually looks like stitched rings, maybe. I'm not going to stitch anything. I don't have a sewing machine one. So mine are going to be, I'm going to scribble. I'm going to use a marker to do that or something, you know, like a pen or whatever. And then she's got these 3 pictures. I'm thinking 4x4. They look maybe a tad smaller, but I'm going to do 4x4 and hope this works out. And then hers is pets. I'm not doing pets, but the title's down here. She's got some little journaling things. This is adorable with little like pet themed things around. So that's pretty cute. And I'm sorry, I just realized my hands are waving all over the screen there. I hope y'all didn't get dizzy from that. Anyways, what I pulled out is some really old, I don't know the year. I'm gonna have to go digging because we went to San Antonio and I got a little index card. I'm gonna have to pull it back out. I think it was 2009 is what I'm thinking. Anyway, we were down on the Riverwalk in San Antonio, and I'm thinking I'm going to do like a little river walk because I have this Vicky Booten Fernwood, and I kind of have these like nature-y things. And while the Riverwalk's not technically nature-y, it's, I don't know, kind of makes me think nature-y. I don't really know why, but I got these birds, these ducks, you know, these mallards here, and there's trees and water and stuff. So maybe that's why it feels kind of nature-y. But I'm thinking can use, I don't know, some of these are quite large, but I'm hopeful to be able to use, you know, some of the little pieces around. And then there's these little words and stuff. I think I can maybe, you know, use some kind of way. And then, of course, I still have some of the chipboard stickers, which of course I think I can make work. And then I have some ephemeras in here. So that's what I'm thinking. This is my little deal that helps me figure out where my pictures are going to go. Just so y'all know. I got these a long time ago. They're by Kiwi Lane Designs. I hope I don't offend nobody, but I really don't care for the things where you have to like trace the line and cut it. I don't have enough patience for any of that. But these little this little set of stuff where they give you like the little size of the square, you can buy a little set. This is real helpful when you're trying to figure out like if you can cut something. You know, if you need to know, okay, if I need this to be a 4x4, what can I cut? I do find that quite helpful, so I do enjoy these. I am going to have to go get me a piece of cardstock. I think I might end up using cream versus white, just because that's the feel I get here. And I had these 3 full-size sheets left, and I'm going to go with this one, I think. I don't think this is really what I want. I don't have a stripe, so I'm not going to be using the stripe. And that's cut apart, so I'm not going to use that. The blue kind of called me a little bit, but I decided no, that's a little too bold, I think. Even with the white on top, it would be a little too bold. There's cut aparts on the back of that. I could even use, who knows. And then, but this one I kind of liked. I thought the colors kind of went. It's a little bit softer green. The grays kind of, you know, maybe. So I'm going to do this as my background with my mat in the middle here. So that's my plan. And let me get started, and I'll start the camera back on fast. Talk soon. Okay, y'all. my voice sounds a little disappointed because I was so proud of this. Like, it looked awesome. And I managed to smear one of these. So, when I go to embellishing, there shall be a piece of embellishment right there. That's all that's going to happen. That's just all there is to it. I'll have to stick something there. Anyways, so I have got this done. I did my little scribbles. I did my ink sprinkles. I'm going to put double-sided tape here. I'm not going to gut this paper, mostly because, I don't know. I just don't want to. I'm kind of in a grumpy mood because of my smear, but it's okay. I'm going to make it work. And I'm going to glue these down, and I'll start doing the embellishment. So I am going to put this, no, it's not going to work. I don't think. Maybe I can do that and put something here. I may have solved my problem. Anyways, I'm going to do this part, and you guys will see, and then we'll come back at the end with a slowdown. I'll talk soon. Well, y'all, I managed to salvage my little old paper. I do get an embellishment where there's smear happened, but we'll get to that in just a minute. So I'm going ahead and I'm using double-sided tape. If you've watched any of my recent videos, well, now I'm not sure what's in order and what's out of order, but I ran out of tape on my tape gun a couple videos back, and I need to order, y'all. I got to get some on order. I just got to go on to Amazon real quick. I just need to do it. Anyways, I got them. I've got the little double-sided tape there. My little tape runner, I just don't think it holds the paper good enough. It holds other things, like maybe some little pictures in this and that, but not the whole on piece of paper. Now, I have grouped them photos. I found it easier to group them together, and then I went ahead and put the foam on the back. I'm going to have this on foam. I was looking at the little layout, and I believe she had hers on foam as well. It looked like there might have been a little shadow, and I do like it. So I'm going to go ahead and add my double-sided tape because, again, I just don't think that the little tape runner is going to hold my pictures. So you'll see I've got the little smear now on that lower left corner down there, and I'm going to end up covering that up. Now, technically, that's a little bit of a deviation from the lift, but I think it looks okay, and I had to do it because I couldn't handle that smear. I contemplated putting more smears just to make it look on purpose, but I was really happy with how my layout or the little background had turned out. I was so proud. I had used my little Tupperware lid. I don't know if y'all saw that. It did have that little, what do you call that, little gripper tab. But I knew because my pictures were going to cover up the edge, it didn't really matter. So I was really proud of that. I just, drew the circle, then I'd kind of shift the location and draw the next circle. And I thought that turned out real cool. So I got my pictures put down there. And now I'm looking at my sticker sheets and all that kind of stuff because the goodness gracious, I can't even talk. The lift has little embellishments around the circle. And there's a little title. I hadn't done my title. I hadn't figured out my title. I think I actually skip away and do that. I do pull this floral here is what goes there. And I kind of like it. It just kind of like, adds a little something over there. It's next to my picture. Makes it look like my hand's kind of reaching toward the flower. At least that's what I'm telling myself. And so then I just kind of go through the sticker sheet and pick out little pieces. There's not really a rhyme or reason per se, other than I'm kind of trying to use the shapes to build little clusters. If I'm honest, hers were they were a little more spaced evenly around the circle, but my style tends to be more clustery, more asymmetrical. That's just how I do things. Even at home, when I decorate the house, I tend to do more asymmetrical stuff. So I'm going to make little kind of clusters around the circle as opposed to more evenly spaced. So it gives you a little bit different perspective, I think. So I put the little mushroom down. I put a little, I don't know what that is. It looks kind of like a blueberry, but I don't know if it's really blueberries. I've got, the mushroom on the lower left. I do put that little magnifying glass there. Now, right now, I've got that little old bird up there kind of by that dandelion. He doesn't stay there. Of course, at the top, I have a green leaf, and I got a flower. I'm going to add some chipboard in a minute because I do want some dimension. But first, I run off, and I got a title sheet from, like, travel theme stuff. It's not the same collection. You can kind of see it there. I think it's like Stickabilities or something. And I pulled Road Trip in there. I thought about calling this like River Walk or something, and maybe I should have, but I was being a little bit lazy and also a little bit stash bashing-y, using up a pre-made title off that travel deal. Because I also thought to myself I could probably pull something else from there, the travel, and I do pull one other little sticker, but it's not till toward the end. I kind of thought I might move this the little word road around a little bit because it looked a little funny to me when it was on the angle, but I decided I like it after all, so I leave it alone. Got my trip there. I do find these word stickers here, and I put those there. Now, for the moment, they all just kind of lay flat. I do come back in onto the Pure Happiness and put foam tape up underneath it. So I'm going to give it some dimension. I don't do the other two, though. I leave them flat. And then I add another little piece of chipboard in a second, too. All right, I think here is where I've moved my little bird. Have I moved my bird? Oh, I'm putting the foam tape on my bird because I didn't want to put it on foam, give it some dimension. And I set him down there and I thought, no, you're looking off to the side. That looks a little funny. I don't want him looking off to the side. I kind of want him looking, you know, into the layout. So I'm going to move him in a second down to the bottom next to my other little mushroom. See, here's where I'm kind of putting them together, and I think you're looking off into space. Where are you going there, little birdie? I got to pull you back down. Okay, so let's talk about this Riverwalk, y'all. Have y'all ever been to the Riverwalk? So it's San Antonio. You can take a tour. It's really too expensive, but, you know, it's a tourism thing, so that's why it's so expensive. And I say that's probably unfair. I don't know what it costs them to run them boats and things like that, but you can ride a boat down the river, and they'll give you all the history, and there's some cool views. Like, there's this hotel that they'll point out to you every time you take it that if you come from one direction, it looks three-dimensional. And then coming from the back side of it, it looks like flat. Like you can't see the other side of the building, so it looks like like it's flat. It's kind of strange. Of course, they'll give you all kinds of histories about how often it's cleaned and how they made it and all that kind of stuff. But the other cool part is there's restaurants all down the side of it too. Now, that's a trick getting into one of them, unless it's like lunchtime. And I actually do have a picture from this same trip where we're eating lunch on one of these Riverwalk restaurants. And that's kind of neat, especially on a nice day, if it's not terribly hot. We've been down there when it's real hot. We've been down there when it's not real hot. I do not recommend going in July when it's 104 degrees with an infant child. Not a good idea. We've done that too. It does get awful hot if you're not careful on them boats. Anyway, so I'm just kind of filling in my little embellishments here. I do find this little pointy thing called this. I don't write it on camera, and even actually I take the pictures before I do write it, but I will write the words San Antonio Riverwalk and the year at the bottom. But apologies, I already took the picture, so you won't see that part. But I do write that, and that's where I've got that this kind of pointed, it was intentional. I just didn't do it before I took the pictures and all that kind of stuff. So I put the foam tape up underneath that Pure Happiness. So the little stripes there say afternoon walk, Pure Happiness, and a day like this. And again, I'm going back through my chipboard. I did find that little gold leaf. And then I've added that, and then I'm going to come in and find these little gold dots. And I had 3 on this sheet, and this is another one of those kits I had gotten actually as part of my Scrap Room Flavors of the Month, and so I had a little small bit of chipboards, you know, like a little piece of it that they send on the left side over there, and you'll see that in a second. I'll pick it up, because I thought I only had 3 dots, and I really kind of did want 4, but I didn't notice it at first. Then I go, oh, look at that. I have another little dot. And I was excited about it because now I've got my 4 little dots. So it's almost like a little compass or like a clock or something now with the little 4 little dots with my little clusters kind of in between them. This is not a terribly complicated layout, even though it looks really interesting and fun. I really enjoyed making this, other than my smear. But I covered it up, y'all. If you get creative, you can usually fix almost any boo-boo on your layouts. Just look for an embellishment or, you know, some way to take an angle at something or whatever, and it'll look cute after you get done with it, I promise. Here's where I find that little circle. It says away we go. I thought the colors went cute because it's kind of that little greenish teal, and it's got a little bit, I don't know what that color would be, like a little coral almost. So, anyways, I'm just adding my Nuvo glue here at the bottom underneath my little pieces that don't seem to be sticking. And that's honestly, since I did all the mixed media on the base without having to put it over the top of the pictures, that's all I'm going to have to do this, other than I do need to trim off my little hanger on there. That's where those little flowers were hanging off the side. And I kind of like that, actually. And that's really, I think I just take a little glue and kind of just kind of go around these little pieces that need a little extra, because I did put like I said, the pictures on foam so they didn't stick all the way in a couple of spots, so I just add that. That's all I'm going to do this, guys, y'all. It's so cute. I actually really like this, even though I initially started kind of sad, and then it turned around. I was really excited, so I'm going to slow it down here and let you take a look. Please make sure you check out the links below with the other ladies that are doing the hop. I'm not sure from week to week because I'm probably missing a message somewhere, but I know Kristen's playing, and I'm hopeful Anna and Tara are both playing. Who all's playing will be down below, plus the original if we can find it. Definitely check out the Instagram. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.